UK.
Why do I keep pausing? What's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and you're not locked into Crossover Media. I know I'm really late on this one, working and going to school and everything. It took a lot of time, but this I'm seeing got a lot of reception. Like a lot of people had something to say. It was one of those like you gotta go see it type John. So I'm just like, you know what? People were asking for it, friends and the whole nine. So I'm like, alright, nah, I'm gonna go back. So if it's as deep as people are saying it is, this is probably gonna be a really entertaining reaction. But listen, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it.
Yo, what's going on? No one, man.
I'm crying.
No one, I promise. No, I'm not, man.
But hold on, let me see some. Let me see what it looks like from her view.
I know.
Oh.
No one, I promise. No, I'm not, man.
I guess. What the hell? What the hell? Dude, you're taking the piss, dogs.
Look, yo, you get it, cause I don't. Would you hit it, cause I won't. Holy per gal on my iPhone, influencers that wanna suck my bone. I do it for all of the niggas that DM these bitches and get left on red. This blue tick make it easy to hit, but more time I just get head. She wasn't there when I was in jail, she never sent me no mail. More time as footballer did that she taking, but she left the rappers as well. I bought her in tape, I bought her in pong, if only you knew what these models were on. The second that man got...
Why do I always find the most interesting frames to pause on? Anyway, I see what he's doing. This is interesting. There's not a shock value, so I understand why this one was so popular. It's just a lot going on. Yeah.
I bought her in tape, I bought her in pong, if only you knew what these models were on. The second that man got recalled, all of these models was gone. She at my table leeching, taking snaps and trying to get me in. I bought 1942, your chest too high, is that how you feeling? Won't get more than a magnum, and a magnum for this beating.
I get it, a magnum and another magnum. No, if it's one thing I would say though, I always choose these. Yeah, there we go. It's normal. If it's one thing I can appreciate about this, right, is that I can respect when young people are able to articulate experiences that they're having, right? It may not necessarily be that deep in terms of how he's saying it, but when you really listen to what he's talking about just like the culture of being a celebrity and how you're only really valuable when you're accessible, and then once you're not that accessible anymore, then they on to the next. But when you're back on the scene, then they back on you. So I get it, and he's saying it the way that I think he's like 20, 21, so he's saying it the way that somebody his age can say. But when you really listen to what he's talking about, like, it's a really real experience, you know. Like, he isn't just saying it for the bands and just, you know, for the giggles of it, you know.
Models were on.
That is a real life thing.
Man got recalled, all of these models was gone. She at my table leeching, taking snaps and trying to get me in. I bought 1942, your chest too high, is that how you feeling? Won't get more than a magnum, and a magnum for this beating. Ask if me and Shaw speaking, it don't make sense, you're still on G. She said that she see me on UK gossip, cool. We established I'm toxic. But back to the topic, I know you still wanna slop it. Shit, bar ain't helping shit, but I bet you a jib that I'm still gonna chop. She said I should cut all my bachelor waist, cause I'm adding the case that my car should stop it. She said that she see me on UK.
Why do I keep pausing it on? Let's damn. All right, yes. Again, like I get it. I understand the shock value of it and everything. I understand like the smaller things that are gonna get people's attention, but what I'm hearing, like in the midst of like all the toxicity and all that stuff, is I'm hearing like a young dude talking about the really real experience of being an entertainer and being in this industry. So that's the reason why I like this, and obviously we get why it's yeah. But I don't know. That's what I appreciate about a lot of the music coming out from the UK right now, is that if you really take an actual moment to pull some of those smaller lines out of the context of the song and hear what they're saying, like they're really giving you some real, I don't want to say deep, but I don't know how to put, they're giving you some real perspective, you know?
I know you still wanna slop it. This shit bar ain't helping shit, but I bet you a jib that I'm still gonna chop it. She said I should cut all my bachelor ways cause I'm adding the case that my car should stop it. She said that she see me on UK gossip, cool, we established I'm toxic. But back to the topic, I know you still wanna slop it. This shit bar ain't helping shit, but I bet you a jib that I'm still gonna chop it. She said I should cut all my bachelor ways cause I'm adding the case that my car should stop it. Before I get used by a bitch, I'd rather wet my dick. I ain't going out wrong for a trick, I'd rather go brothel and hit. I'm a dog and what? You go to buy and start dick your foot. But I ain't got a problem with that. I love fucks with a fuck with a yak. This little bitch.
Yeah, I was like, let me find a decent frame to pause on because this man got a lot going on. Anyway, my man in the back, let's see, 5 seconds, please do something. My man's in the back is taking notes and he just looking traumatized by the situation. Anyway, there was a moment that I could hear the beat is about to do some madness real quick.
But I ain't got a problem with that. I love fucks with a fuck with a yak. This little bitch says she want me a whack. She getting fucked in the back of the whack. She see man counting bands. I want ask Batman for a bag. Want ask Batman for a purse. Want ask Batman for some shoes. Want ask Batman to eat cooch. But that's not what Batman do. And she don't got only man. She only got only fans.
Of course.
She wanna wear rollies and Cartier bracelets, but fam, she don't wanna go work, she's worthless. Rather go on IG and get topless. The gal today need to stop this, cause that behaviour's just toxic. She said that she see me on UK gossip, cool.
Now, you know, it's like I get, no, he is trying to slip in inklings of like actual like social commentary, so I get it. But I think at the same time there also has to be a level of accountability for the fact that we can say whatever it is about whatever, you know, the young women are doing, but also at the end of the day, more time the people who have something to say are the ones giving them the time of day. So it's like, can we really say anything? Like, it's crazy, right? I feel like the people who don't care what they're doing are the ones who aren't actually watching them, and the ones who actually have something to say are the ones who are entertaining it. So it's kind of ass backwards, but yeah, it is what it is. And that's not necessarily to say about Digga himself, but he did say in the beginning part of the song that he deals with them, you know, and like him getting the tick is what gives him access to them, and he's doing it for the guys who can't, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, man.
Stop this, cause that behaviour's just toxic. She said that she see me on UK gossip, cool, we established I'm toxic. But back to the topic, I know you still wanna slop it. This shit bar ain't helping shit, but I bet you a jib that I'm still gonna chop it. She said I should cut all my bachelor ways cause I'm adding the case that my car should stop it. She said that she see me on UK gossip, cool, we established I'm toxic. But back to the topic, I know you still wanna slop it.
So he's trying to be just like Digga, I get it, but
I bet you a jib that I'm still gonna chop it. She said I should cut all my bachelor ways cause I'm adding the case that my car should stop it.
This was entertaining, I get. I guess. So in this channel we hold the vowels, that means we're gonna get straight into it, and I'm giving this one an 8. Now I really wrestled with some of these scores, primarily the beat score, but we won't get into that right now. So starting from the top with the flows though, it was okay. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, it was pretty straightforward once you heard it from the beginning. It didn't really have any real like switch up or variation, but it was still a very good flow, honestly. Like I'll always say, is when I start finding problems, that's when I start hitting towards them 7.5, 7, etc. So I'm giving this one an 8 because it complemented the beat very well. The beat was what I was really torn between giving an 8.5 or a 9, but when I went back and listened to the beat, like, this is one of those beats where without everything else, I would actually listen to it, like, just for the beat. Like, it has a lot of small subtleties, it has the strings going on, the slides are very smooth, they aren't super overpowering. Like, this was a very good beat, and I think that what's probably making it so hard for me to definitively give it that 9, even though I landed on it towards the end, was because I just didn't really care for what he was saying and what he was talking about. Like, I can't relate to it, I don't identify with it, there really isn't anything that I would want to hear or share with somebody else personally, like for my personal taste. So I think honing in on that is what made it a little bit harder for me to appreciate the beat. But there were those moments when the beat chopped it up a little bit, and again, those smaller subtleties. So that's really where I'm kind of like, you know, I'm kind of just battling. But again, lyrically, it wasn't that crazy. Like, I do appreciate the fact that he used this as an opportunity to give his own kind of version of social commentary to a degree. So I can give it credit for that much, especially at his age. It's not to say that, oh, because he's a 20-something-year-old, he can't have an opinion, but to be able to hear him use his platform as an opportunity to just express himself authentically, you know, I have to give him credit for that. Like, you know, it is what it is. Whether or not you agree with what he's saying, I respected the way that he chose to articulate it, and it does still go to show that there's depth to the way that he thinks and to the way that he's perceiving the world. Maybe as he gets older, some of his opinions may change a little bit, but I can give him the acknowledgement of tapping into those thoughts and choosing to articulate it. But nonetheless, like, there really isn't anything in this other than the beat that makes you want to play it over. Like I said, I don't really care for what he's talking about. I don't identify with it. It isn't something that I would like blast out of a window or something. It's just not for me, you know? Like, I think I could have done without certain parts being repeated. Like, the hook was okay, but yeah, it's just not my style. What I will say though is that if this is on his project, which I'm pretty sure it is, but if this is on his project, it may make more sense with other songs around it. Actually, me and my bro Frank was talking about that earlier because he's listening to Gets' project right now, and he was saying how there were songs that he already heard, but hearing it within the context of the project made it feel so different. So I think this may be one of those. And if y'all been following me for a while, you've probably heard me say it before. This could be one of those tracks where depending on what's before and after it, is gonna feel differently. But right now, just as a standalone song, is just, no, it's okay. But nonetheless, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. If you've heard Digga's project already, what's your favorite song off of that one? I may or may not try to do a project reaction to it. I don't know, I'm not gonna make any promises, but I still wanna hear what y'all have to say. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.